Hello everyone, welcome to the first lesson on number systems for Standard 6. Numbers play an important role in our lives. From money to time and even our marks are all numbers. Our learning in mathematics begins with counting things or objects. But how do we count? Yes, we count by using the counting numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. Well, these counting numbers written above are actually numerals or symbols used to represent the numbers. Did you know that? So this 1 is actually a symbol to write 1, and 2 is also a symbol to write 2. Is that clear? The system for writing these numerals or numbers is called the number system. And this brings us to the number system that is generally used, known as the Hindu-Arabic number system. But why it is called so? It is called so because it was developed by Hindu mathematicians and popularized by the Arabs. In this system, we use the following 10 symbols to write a numeral: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And there are no other symbols used. Any number that will be so formed will comprise of these symbols. These symbols are called digits. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are the even digits. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are the odd digits. The digits in a numeral have place values and face values. Now, before we understand the place values and face values of any digits, let's understand the place value chart used in India and in other parts of the world. First, let's look at the Indian place value chart. Here, the first row indicates the periods under which lies the places. So we have, starting from the rightmost, we will see we have ones, then thousands, then lakhs, crores, and the Arabs. These are the periods. And below this lies the places. Now the places are grouped under the periods. So here you can see that under the ones period we have the ones, tens, hundreds places. After that we have thousands and 10,000 in the thousands place. Then we have lakhs and 10 lakh in the lakhs place, and then crores and 10 crores, and then Arabs. Now, if you observe the placing, you will observe that in the ones period, 3 places are there, and in the thousands there are 2, and in the lakhs also there are 2 places, and crores. So, we can come to the conclusion that only the ones period has 3 places, and the remaining periods will have 2 places each. Now remember this. It will help you in the differentiation between the international place value chart and Indian place value chart. Alright. Now let's understand the values assigned for each of the places. Here you can see in the ones place we have only 1, and when we move on to the tens place we have 10, When we move on to the hundreds place, we have 100. When we move to the thousands place, we have 1000. When we move to the 10,000 place, we have 10,000. When we move to the lakh place, we have 10 lakhs, and so on. If you observe carefully from the ones place, you will see when we add 1 10 times, it becomes the tens place, and when we add tens place 10 times, it becomes 100, and so on. So we can say that 10 is the base of this system, and this number system is also called the denary system, means counting is done in tens. So I hope you have understood this. Now for the starters, let's take some random numbers and place it inside the Indian place value chart to understand the place value of the digits. So here you can see that some numbers have been placed inside the place value chart. Now let's try to represent these numbers in words using the Indian place value chart. Here observe the place of 8. Which place does 8 lie in? You can clearly see that it lies in the lakhs place. So in words we can say 8 is in lakhs place, so 8 lakhs we can say, isn't it? Then 3 is in which place? In 10,000 place. Now here you remember that the periods are there for a reason, so that you can group the numbers together. So here in 1000, 3 is not only in thousands period, but 5 is also there. So 3 and 5 together is 35. So 35,000 is the next number. And then we are left with 4, that is in hundreds place, so 400. Then 2 in tens place, so 20, and 6, 26. So the number in words is 8,35,426. Now let's look at the next number. 5 is in which place? In crores. So we can say 5 crore. Then in the lakhs place we have, in the 10 lakhs place we have 7, and in the lakhs place we have 6. So 7 and 6, 76 lakh. Then come to the thousands period. We have in the 10,000 place 0, and in the thousands place we have 2. So 0 and 2 makes 2. So we can say it's 2000. And after that we have 1 in the hundreds place, so 199. Let's look at the third number. 3 is in the 10 crores place and 8 is in the crore place. So in the under the crore period, both will become 38 crore. And then in the lakhs place we see that we have 0 in the 10 lakhs place and 0 in the lakhs place. It means there is no value for lakh. So we are going to skip and leave that place, and we'll go on to the next place, that is the thousand. So here 4 and 0 makes 40, so we can say 40,000. Then we have 864. Next we have 7 in the Arabs place, so we can say 7 Arab. Then in the 10 crores and the crores we have 0 and 9, so 0 and 9 means 9, so we can say 9 crore. Then in the lakhs place we have 5 and 3, 53, so we can say 53 lakh. Then we have 2 7, 27,000. And then In the hundreds place we don't have anything, so we'll leave the hundreds place and we'll go on to the tens and ones, that is and 42. Is it clear? Now let's try to write these same numbers in figures. So here, before writing them in figures, you must remember that we try to group the numbers according to their periods and then represent them as a figure. So here we can take we can look at the first number, how it's written in the figures. We'll see that 8, the lakhs, after the lakhs there is a comma, and then 3 and 5 is in the thousands place. So after the thousandth place we have a comma, and then 426, and then you may represent it either by leaving the spaces between them. After the 8 lakh you can leave a space, then you can write 35, then you can leave a space, and you can write 426. So these two ways can be used to write the numbers in figures. Let's write the next number. So it is 5 is in the crores place, so after 5 we'll put a comma, then 76, after 76 we'll put a comma, then 0 and 2, then we'll put a comma, and then 196. And if you are using space, then instead of comma you can use spaces. Let's look at the next number. So using the commas it will be written this way, and then using the spaces this way. Look at the last number. So if you observe these numbers, they are written in figures, but they are grouped according to their periods. So I hope you have understood how to write numbers in figures and in words using the Indian place value chart. Now let's understand the face values and place values of a numeral. What is the place value and face value of a numeral? The place value, it is the value of a digit on the basis of its position in a numeral or number. Now we know how to represent the numbers or the digits, how to represent the digits in the chart. So here we have to understand where the digit is lying, in which position, and based on that position the value, you can say, of that digit will be determined. Face value. Now face value is the actual value of a digit in any numeral or number. Means the digit itself is the value. Now let's practice some examples to understand the place values and face values of any digit in a numeral. Now here we will see how to determine the place value of any digit. For your convenience, I have presented the number in the place value chart so that we can easily determine the place values of any digit given in this number. We'll start with 8. Place value of 8. Now if you recall the place value chart that was displayed earlier, you'll remember the values of the places that we discussed. 8 lies in the ones place, and ones place means what was the place? The value 1. So it becomes very easy when you know the place values of the places. So 8 is in ones place, so we'll just simply multiply 8 by 1. So 8 ones are 8. Similarly 9 is in which place? Tens place. So we can multiply 9 by 10 to get the place value of 9. Similarly, 1 is in hundreds place, so you multiply 1 into 100 to get the place value of 1. Next, to get the place value of 2, it is in thousands place, we'll just multiply 2 into 1000 to get the place value of 2. So 0 is in which place? In 10,000. So we'll multiply 0 into 10,000, that will give us 0. So always remember, no matter where 0 is, the place value of 0 will always be 0. Is that clear? Now 6 is in the lakhs place, so we'll multiply 6 into 1 lakh, that is equal to 6 lakhs. So the place value of 6 is 6 lakhs. 7 is in 10 lakhs place, so we'll multiply 7 into 10, we'll get 70 lakh. So the place value of 7 is 70 lakh. Now 5 is in crores place, we'll multiply 5 by 1 crore and we'll get the value of 5 as 5 crore. Is that clear? Now let's understand the face values. If you recall the definition, the face value is the actual value of the digit. If I say what is the actual value of 8, it is 8. So face value is very simple and easy to understand. Face value of 8 will be 8 itself. What will the face value of 9 be? 9 itself. Similarly, for face value of 1, it will be 1. 2, it will be 2. Face value of 0 will be 0. Face value of 6 will be 6 itself. Face value of 7, 7. And face value of 5 will be 5. So understanding face value is not difficult. Place value, you need to apply some multiplication. That's all. So I hope you have understood how to find the place values and face values of any digit in a numeral. Now let's understand the international place value chart. There is just a minor difference between the two place value charts, the Indian place value chart and the international place value chart. The only difference lies in the place values, or let's say the name used for these place values. Now, if you observe this place value chart, you will see that the once period includes 3 places, the 1000 place includes 3 places. What did we have in the Indian place value chart? The thousands period had 2 places, that was 1000 and 10,000. Now here what they have done, they have changed the 1 lakh to 100,000. Means 1 lakh has become 100,000s in the international place value chart. And the 10 lakh has been pushed along with the crores to form millions. So 10 lakh has become millions. 10 millions means crore, 1 crore has become 10 millions, and 10 crore has become 100 millions, and Arab has become billions. Is it clear? Now let's see the number of places that each period has. So the ones period has 3 places. 1000 period here has 3 places. The millions period here also has 3 places. So you remember when we were doing the Indian place value chart, it started with a group of 3 places, then 2 and so on. Here in the international place value chart, you will see each period has group of 3 places. Now let's look at the place values. For the ones we have 1. For the tens place we have 10. For the hundreds place we have 100. For the thousands place we have 1000. For the 10,000 place we have 10,000. But Here the lakh has become 100,000, so we'll call it 100,000. Although it is 1 lakh, but we're calling it 100,000. What has happened here? Only the name has changed, you can say. Okay. Similarly, 10 lakh has become 1 million, and so on. Now let's see how we will say or write the numbers in words and figures using the international place value. I've placed some random numbers in the place value chart. Now let's take the first number and write it in words. So here 4 is in the 10,000 place, 6 is in the 1000 place. So 4 and 6 makes 46,000. So you can say 46,000. Then you have 1 in hundreds place and then 32. So 132. So it was almost similar like the Indian place value chart. Now let's look at the next number. 7 is in the 100,000s place. Then 2 is in the 10,000 place. And then 5 is in the thousands place. So you have to say all these three collectively because they belong to the same period. So you'll say 725,000. Then 890. Is it clear? Let's look at the next number. 2 is in 10 millions, 8 is in millions. So 28, they are in the millions category. So we'll say 28 million. Then we have 0 in the 100,000s place, 0 in the 10,000s place, and 3 in the 1000 place. So 003 means 3. So we can say 3000. And then we have 651. Is that clear? Now let's take the fourth number. 9 is in which place? In billions. So we can say 9 billion. Then in the millions period we have 308. Means 3 is in 100 millions place, 0 in 10 millions place, and 8 in millions place. So we can say 308 million. After that we have 4 in 100,000s place, 0 in 10,000 place, and 0 in thousands place. So 400 means 400. So we can say 400,000. And after that we have 2 in the hundreds place. So 275. Is that clear? Now let's try to represent them in figures. So remember, here we have groups of 3 and 3. So you'll use commas accordingly and spaces. So let's look at the first number, 46,132. How will we represent? By using a comma in the first case and using a space in the second case. Then next number, 725. They'll form a group, so we'll write 725, then we'll put a comma, and then 890, or we can leave a space. Similarly, the next number we have 28, which is in the millions group, so after that we'll put a comma. Then we have 003 in the thousands place, so we'll write 003 in the thousands place, and then we'll put a comma. Is it clear? Let's look at the last number. How will we represent it? 9 is in the billions category, so we'll put a comma after 9. Then 308 is in millions group, so we'll put a comma after that. And then we have 400, we'll put a comma, and then 275. It will be preferable if you use commas instead of leaving spaces when you represent the numbers, in figures, either in Indian place value chart, using Indian place value chart, or using international place value chart. Because if your spacing is not appropriate, then it may lead to loss of marks in the exam. So I hope you have understood. Now let's proceed. Expanded form of a number. Now what is this expanded form? A number is written in the expanded form on the basis of the place values of the digits. So using the place values, we can expand a number. Let's see. Let's take for an example 54,30,487. Now remember the definition. On the basis of the place values, with the help of it, we can expand any number. So here, if we count from the left the places, 7 is in ones place, then we have 8 in the tens place, 4 in the hundreds place, 0 in the thousand, then 3 is in the 10,000 place, 4 is in the lakhs place, 5 is in the 10 lakhs place. So remember the place value of 5, how we are going to find? 5 multiplied by 10 lakh. Yes. So here we'll, instead of multiplying, we'll leave it in the multiplication form. So we'll represent it as 5 into 10 lakh. Then we'll show an addition with the next digit after 5, that is 4. 4 is in which place? 4 is in the lakhs place. So we'll show the expanded form, or you can say the place value in the product form for the digit 4. So 4 into 1 lakh. Let's have a look. So here we have 5 into 1 lakh plus 4 into 5 into 10 lakh plus 4 into 1 lakh, because 4 is in the lakhs place, plus 3 into 10,000 because 3 is in the 10,000s place, plus 0 into 1000 because 0 is in the thousands place, plus 4 into 100 because 4 is in the hundreds place, plus 8 into 10, 8 is in the tens place, then plus 7 into 1 because 7 is in the ones place. So this is the expanded form for the number 54,30,487. Let's try out another question. Okay, so here we have 6,83,25,021. Let's try it. So 6 is in the crores place, so we'll multiply 6 into 1 crore plus 8 into 10 lakh because it is in the 10 lakhs place, then 3 into 1 lakh, 3 is in the lakhs place, then plus 2 into 10,000 because 2 is in the 10,000 place, then plus 5 into 1,000 plus 0 into 100 plus 2 into 10 and then 1 into 1. I hope you have understood how to write any number in its expanded form. Comparison of numbers. Now what is comparison of numbers? It simply means identifying the bigger and the smaller number. If two numbers are given to you and asked to compare, the number that has more digits is bigger or greater than the other number. For example, compare the numbers 60,714 and 1,52,130. So here we will try to count the digits, number of digits. So here in the first number, if you count, the number of digits is 5. And in the second number, you will see the number of digits is 6. So you can clearly say that 1,52,000 is greater than 60,714. Okay, let's take the next number. Compare the numbers 46,525 and 25,873. Now let's count the number of digits. If we see the number of digits in this number and the number of digits in this number, they both are same. So what do we do now? Now we'll try to see the leftmost digit of both the numbers. So here the leftmost digit of the first number is 4 and the leftmost digit of the second number is 2. So now you can compare these two digits. 4 is greater or 2? Obviously 4. So you can say 46,525 is greater than 25,873. Now let's compare the other two numbers. 2,34,178 and then we have 2,34,700. Now if you try to count the number of digits here in both the numbers, it is the same. So what do? We'll try to see the leftmost digit of these two numbers. So what is the leftmost digit of the first number? 2. What is the leftmost digit of the second number? 2. So here both the leftmost digit of these two numbers is 2. So what we do? We'll shift a little towards the right and we'll see the next digit. If we see the next digit here, it is 3 and here also it is 3. So what we do? We move again a little further to the right. Here again we have 4 and we have 4 here. So we keep on shifting to the right until we get a number to compare. So here we have 1 and here we have 7. So clearly you can see 7 is greater than 1. So we can come to the conclusion that 2,34,700 is greater than 2,34,178. Let's practice. Write the face value and place value of the even digits of 4 Arab, 5 crore 16 lakh 38,527. Now here they have asked you to find the face value and the place value only of the even digits. So first make a column for even digit, face value and place value. After that identify the even digits. So 4 is the first even digit. What will the face value of 4 be? 4 itself. Now place value you know how to find. Now 4 is in which place? In the Arab's place. So 4 multiplied by 1 Arab will give you 4 Arab. Isn't it? You can write the place value in words as well in a bracket. Then the next even number we have is 0. So what will the face value of 0 be? 0. And the place value also will be 0. Then we have 6. So face value of 6 will be 6. 6 is in which place? In lakhs place. So the place value of 6 will be 6 lakh. Then we have 8. So 8 is the even digit. What is the face value of 8? 8 itself. 8 is in which place? In the 1000 place. Thousands place. So we'll multiply 8 by 1000. That will give us 8000. We have 2. Then face value of 2 will be 2. And 2 is in which place? Tens place. So 2 tens are 20. Next, write the difference of the place values of the odd digits in 7 crore 43 lakh 66,280. So we have to write the difference of the place values of the odd digits. So we need to identify first the odd digits and their place values we need to find. So let's again make the columns for odd digit and the place values. So what is the first odd digit that we see? 7. So what will the place value of 7 be? 7 is in which place? 7 is in crores place, means 7 into 1 crore, that will give us 7 crore. Next, 3 is in which place? 3 is the odd number, so 3 is in which place? In lakhs place. So 3 multiplied by 1 lakh will give us 3 lakh. So once we have got the identified the odd digits and we have got the place values for those digits, now we can find the answer to the question asked. Write the difference of the place values. Now we can find the difference between the place values. So 7 crore minus 3 lakh, what are we going to get? 6 crore 97,000 as 6 crore 97 lakh. Is that clear? Or we can write it this way using commas. Okay, remember, it will be much more preferable if you use commas to be on the safe side. Okay, write the greatest and the smallest number that can be formed using 2, 7, 4, 0, 2, 5. Now remember, these, be careful, these are not the this is not the number given here, these are the digits given individually. You have to write the greatest and the smallest number that can be formed. So let's try to form the greatest number. So to form the greatest number, let's try to, so means the greatest number means the digit to the leftmost side will be the greatest. So which is the greatest digit here? Biggest, that is 7. So we can take 7 first. What is the second greatest? 5. So we can write 5. And after that we have 4, then we have 2, and then we have another 2, and last we have 0. So we can write 7542220. But this is not sufficient. You have to present the number as per you have learnt in the number system using commas and spaces, or spaces, better if you use commas. Now let's find the smallest number. So for the smallest number, we need the smallest number to the extreme left. So the smallest number will be 202457. Now why did we take 2 and not 0? Because if I take 0, then what will happen? 0 will lose its value. 0 will have no value there, and we'll be left with only 5 digits. So we have to make a number that is greatest or smallest using these digits. So for that reason, to keep 0 here, we put it in the second place. So first we have 2, then we put 0, then 2, then 4, 5 and 7. So still here it's not enough, you have to present it according to the place values using commas and or spaces. Is that clear? Alright. Rewrite the number using an international place value chart and also write its name in the international system. Now here 2 numbers are given. You have to present them in inside the international place value chart. Now you have to make the international place value chart. Questions may come, represent any number inside the international place value chart or an Indian place value chart. So memorize the place value charts very well. Okay, so here a place value chart has been made. So let's represent the first number in the place value chart. So here you can see it is represented. Then let's represent the second number, represented. But the question isn't complete yet. And also write its name in the international system. So means using the international place value chart, you have to write the number in words. So here you can take the help of this place value chart to to write the numbers, but every time there will not be you will not have access to the place value, so you have to memorize it. So here you can see 4 and 6 lie in the millions category, so you can say 46 million. Then we have in the thousands category we have 0 2 7, that means 27,000, then 137. So 46 million 27,137 is the answer. Then for the second number we have 174, that is 174 million. Then in the thousands group we have 839,000, and in the ones we have 825. So the answer will be 174,839,825. Is it clear? Alright. Now some questions for practice. Express 350746012 in words. Write 7,09,03,500 in figures. Write 5,81,74,632 in expanded form. Write the greatest and the smallest 8-digit number without repeating the digits. Write all the numbers greater than 5,000 that can be formed by the digits 0481 without repeating the digits. Write 78,520,805 in an international place value chart. Practice these questions at home to strengthen your understanding of the lesson. Well then, that's all for today's lesson. Feel free to clear your doubts, if any, related to the lesson. We will meet in the next lesson. Till then, take care, stay safe, and keep smiling. Thank you.